Good morning. You're now listening to Kingston Community Radio, airing on FM 92.5, AM 920, WGHQ, Kingston, New York. This programming is brought to you by our listeners and corporate underwriters who are interested in presenting local community radio. The opinions expressed on this program do not represent those of Pamel Broadcasting or Kingston Community Radio. Listeners are encouraged to send in $10 per month to help bring this program to you. Mail your contributions to Kingston Community Radio, Post Office Box 4364, Kingston, New York, 12402. For more information or to donate online, visit our website at mykcr.org. And good morning. This is Dan Gatis, starting south today on a terrific Tuesday with Nina Postupak and Cameron Rylance. It's Tuesday, December 14th, and 36 degrees right now here in Uptown Kingston. And we'll be right back after these messages.
GTG, BRB, OMW, be there in a few. You may think that these kinds of texts are fine because of their length, and you can easily send them at a stoplight. But no, answering one text can take your attention away from the road for 5 seconds. And traveling at 55 miles an hour, that's enough time to travel the length of a football field. Make good decisions, don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org, a message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, Noise, and the Ad Council.
At Central Hudson, we recognize that some of our customers could use a hand from time to time. We have programs designed to help reduce undue stress, get you back on track, and avoid falling behind on payments. We offer payment assistance options, as well as programs for those who are hearing or speech impaired, hospitalized, or using electrical life support equipment. Learn about all our assistance options at centralhudson.com.
This is Nina Postupak. Once again, the WGHQ Happy Christmas Fund is asking you to help the needy this holiday season. For the last 50 years, the WGHQ Happy Christmas Fund has helped less fortunate families have a happier holiday. Look for our collection boxes at the local branches of the Ulster Federal Credit Union, Roundout Savings Bank, the Mid-Hudson Valley Federal Credit Union, Ulster Savings Bank, and at Cantine Field and Saugerties. Thank you and have a happy Christmas.
You're listening to KCR, Kingston Community Radio, WGHQ 920 on your AM dial, 92.5 FM, and streaming online at mykcr.org. 845-331-9255. Call in. Anytime you have an idea, thought, comment, question. Partly cloudy today with a high of 49, and partly cloudy skies early. Tonight will give way to cloudy skies later, and it's a low of 27 tonight. Wednesday, let's pop that open. Cloudy with occasional showers for the afternoon, a high of 44. Winds, insignificant. Chance of rain is 50% for Wednesday. And rain showers early with overcast skies on Wednesday night as well. And then kind of clearing with overcast skies late. Let's get back to the on-air studio right now with Cameron Rylance. Good morning, Cameron.
Good morning on a terrific Tuesday. And it's not bad. Looks like it might be a little sunny today, warming up. Hoping my co-host Nina's on her way because it's going to be a long morning if you just got to listen to me. But we do have some guests. I'm playing with the wire again, aren't I?
I don't know.
We have some guests due this morning. Dan Whalen, Boys and Girls Club, is our first guest, and Carl Brown should be our second guest, and then hopefully followed up with Sue Copenhaver from the Office of the Aging. In the meantime, you are stuck with me. So I opened up my Freeman today, which was miraculously delivered on time, which only happens maybe once a week, to see the banner across the top, Dutchess County won't enforce the mask mandate.
Oh, it's backwards. It's backwards.
Oh, that's what it is.
Let's try it again.
Oh, wow, what, did you see it on YouTube?
Yeah.
Is this thing on? Oh, that's the TV's on.
Yeah.
We're all verklempt this morning. I was talking to the back of my microphone. So if anyone in Radio Land knows what the microphones are like, there's only one good end to it. And I was speaking into the wrong end. So yeah, a rather bold banner across the top of the paper with Mark Molinaro saying Dutchess County won't enforce the new mask mandate. So that I think is pretty bold. It sounds like a A political move. He has expressed some interest in running for governor, I've heard in the past. So he's throwing down the gauntlet. This is an open challenge to Governor Hochul, and we'll see how that pans out. Might be some good local press, because Mark is a Republican, I believe, and. But governor being a Democrat, it could be set up some interesting stuff. So, boy, it's interesting being in here alone. I haven't had much practice doing that.
You've done it quite well sometimes.
Yeah, once in a while.
But I'll keep my line open.
Yeah,
just in case.
There are a few
Give you a little
upcoming events I suppose we could get across. The Wreaths Across America program from the Saugerties VFW Post 5034. It's sponsoring a bus trip to Saratoga Cemetery on Saturday the 18th, which is very soon. It's $15 per person. They're leaving from the Senior Center at 10 a.m., return approximately 5 a.m. I would call quick Bob Howe, 246-8510 for reservations. Don't hesitate. It's right around the corner. So. The Saugerties, look at this, a lot of Saugerties stuff. The Saugerties Sports Hall of Fame will resume their tradition of honoring those who have made a significant impact on Saugerties sports history. On Saturday the 19th, April 9th. Oh, this is way ahead, but it doesn't matter. April 19th, there's a ceremony. Pat Coffey, Jay Dodig, Mark Herb, along with Steve, Einar Martin, and Jimmy Spears are being inducted. So, for information, call Mike Hassenbalg, 914-388-2348.
Well, it's great they have that set up so far in advance. Everything is going.
I know. I can report on. We had a lovely Elks drive-through dinner.
Excellent. Okay,
Yeah,
what did you serve?
It was chili, yes.
Okay. Yeah.
That was made on Sunday, and I know Ann Papillion and...
Chili on a chilly night.
Yeah, chili on a chilly night. Ann Papillion made the corn muffins.
Oh,
and
boy.
Fern Tietzel made dessert.
Yes.
And we put together a nice salad. And
what was the dessert?
it was like lemon cake. Like lemon
wow.
bun cake. Yeah, it was delicious.
Sure, bun cake.
Yeah, Fern's
okay.
a good baker. I've had the good fortune of having a bunch of her baked goods over the years. So. It's been nice. But the next one coming up would be it's the first Monday in December, or January rather, which I believe is the 3rd. It's right around January 3rd. Good morning.
Here comes Nina.
There we go.
Sorry.
That's all right. On the 3rd, and I know it is a it's meatloaf. Meatloaf, mashed potatoes,
wonderful.
green beans.
That's that's January, I guess.
Yes,
right?
that's January.
Yes. Okay.
481-0752 for reservations and call.
Excellent.
Get on the list because there's either going to be enough or a lot left over, whatever. You make
Meatloaf.
make a big meatloaf.
Yeah, right. You already made 5 when you made one pan.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if you have one over, and we make it 6, so we don't have it. You know what I mean? So it's, there's
Sure.
not a lot of wiggle room when you have like a finite item. You know.
Yeah.
When you're cutting this
when you
has to
have
feed 10 people.
You've probably had overages over the past,
Oh yeah,
right?
pretty much all the time. Yes.
Where do you go with them?
Well, we take them home.
Sure.
Depending
Everybody who
what
works.
night of the week is, there's an organized poker game at the lodge, and we try to give away some of them there.
Oh, that's
Many
nice. Yes,
times
right. Sure.
we
Keep
have-
it in house.
Many times we've scrambled to with the Mentor Me folks from the Mentor Me program. Stephanie and
that's
some
great.
others have called, and right place, right time. Oh well, I'm heading out. Yeah, I can swing by now. As the person.
That's nice. Something that's open in the evening.
Yes, someone
right.
calls a couple of families and say, "Hey, look, we got stuff coming over." So it literally goes from our table to the car to the recipient's family's table.
Yeah,
So
right.
It's great.
Perfect.
Much rather give it away than waste it.
Oh, sure.
I'd rather sell it, one, because it raises money for our activities. Certainly wouldn't want to throw it. I give it away all day, give it away when it's possible. So we do that. So
Hi, Ms. Poach the Pack. How are you doing?
Good morning.
I am good, Dan. Thank you. I apologize for being late
That's
this
okay.
morning.
I was getting
Good morning,
nervous.
Cameron.
I was
Well, that
fumbling.
terrific Tuesday, it just, got away from me this morning. Yeah.
Actually, it's funny. I had a nice morning. I was almost late too. Woke up early, crack of dawn, and 5:30, tossing and turning from 5 o'clock on. I was 5:30. I might as well get up. I'm not getting back to bed. So I go out. I was doing some emails, and I know Ben and my son Ben is working this morning, 7 o'clock. I heard Zogs, and I heard him get up, and I was answering a couple of emails, and he comes downstairs. It was like 5 of. He's like, "Don't you got the radio this morning?" I was like, "Oh my shoot! I gotta go."
5 of 7?
Yeah.
My heavens, you were here before 7 o'clock.
No, well,
maybe
7.
right at 7.
My,
That was pretty good
right,
work.
I only lived 3 blocks away, whatever. So got here, whatever, and
Because you were there when I was done.
but halfway, so I walked in at 7:01.
I was thinking about that coming in the car. I just always assume Cameron's going to be on time, and
Yeah,
I'm like,
well,
what if poor Dan would be all by himself?
I usually just run PSAs for a
I
while.
was sitting at the
before
light.
somebody comes in.
But I was sitting on the light at Wall Street, and at dawn, I was like, "Oh my gosh, my son just reminded me that I had an engagement and I was going to be late to." Which is like complete reverse. It's like,
Yeah,
it's like,
totally
it was like a
reversed, right?
proud father moment, I guess. My son is
The responsible one in the
now
family.
Yes, exactly. So that was kind of cool.
That is,
It
absolutely.
was, it was nice. So
we have a busy morning, right? We have Boys and Girls Club, Dan Whalen at 7:30.
yes.
And then at 8 o'clock, Carl Brown.
Yep.
And then 8:30, we have Office of the
Also the
Aging.
I know.
And Sue always has a lot going
I
on.
get for some reason, I don't have Sue's contact numbers.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I do. I will. I want to make. There's
Sure she's coming?
a little surprise for her.
Uh-oh.
It's something,
okay, we
something,
won't say
something,
anything.
3, 4, 5, 6, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the office. She's not there
Oh,
yet.
okay.
But, there could be a little surprise. But
Surprise.
I want to make sure she comes. to the
Maybe
studio.
Sue heard that.
I like surprises.
Yes, but and then Carl Brown is our middle guest.
Yes.
Sandwiched between Dan and Sue is Carl Brown.
Yeah.
So,
So busy morning.
yeah, which is good.
Yeah.
We like having
great.
guests.
Yeah. And
I had started off saying that's quite a
yeah, Dutchess County won't
thing.
enforce the
Isn't
mask
Mark a
mandate.
Republican?
He is.
And
He
has
is.
I've heard he has gubernatorial aspirations. Isn't that a great? I just put gubernatorial aspirations. That's
Well, he did run for governor
Gubernatorial
once,
Yes.
but I think he's going to run for Congress. I
Yeah, I
think
don't know,
he's run
but
against
that, you know,
Delgado. But yeah, you never
the
know.
Democratic governor and the Republican county exec. Sounds like could be some headlines over the next few days about
Yeah.
some sparring.
I think there's some controversy in the respect that the Department of Health has to enforce this, as opposed to, I guess, when Cuomo was in office, he had the executive power. It was given to him to do these things, where Governor Hochul doesn't have that. So there's a whole
The state of
controversy there.
emergency
Yeah, he was
status,
granted that way back when. So
Well, I mean, I understand his reasoning because that the Dutchess County Health Department. Believe me, I'm trying to deal with them right now, getting some water and
it's hard.
stuff done. Boy, they are so understaffed, like ridiculously
Really?
understaffed. Oh goodness, yes. So we'll see. That's might be interesting.
yeah. So in the county office building, we've been wearing masks right along, so that hasn't changed too much. And I think I've noticed anyway,
lot
before
more
the
people wearing
mandate came out, most people, if you go into the
I saw
grocery
some-
Yeah,
stores, or,
people are being very
Yeah,
compliant.
like last
Very
Friday.
cautious.
And we know, it's not our first rodeo here.
Yeah.
yeah, right, Dan. Very true.
Unfortunately, we went through it in the, like in the earlier part of, last fall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Last Friday, I think it was, Stewart's, I saw a sign on Stewart's, all patrons must wear masks.
Unless we have masks. Yeah, regardless of being
And I think there's some
vaccine.
more stores that is,
Yeah, regardless of whether they have the vaccine or not.
yeah.
So, my thought process is you can never be too safe.
Yeah, exactly.
And you know what?
I got to get on the phone.
Why not?
Or get on
You
the
know,
computer and.
And if you go into New York, definitely take your vaccine card because you're going to need it everywhere
Oh, yeah.
Yes, very true.
into the city.
I am.
Yes.
I want to sign up for my booster. I got to get online and.
Oh, do your booster? Yeah,
definitely.
yeah, I did my booster. Yeah.
I would like to just. I'm sure most people listening already know this, but I would like to publicly express my sympathy and wish my thoughts and prayers to Dick White and his family.
Yes.
Passing former Kingston mayor, man of the people,
Great
Elks
family.
member, VFW, veteran, all around, firefighter, philanthropist, all around, wonderful man. Great family.
Yes, absolutely.
I know his daughter Linda well, and I've met his other daughter, and yes.
Yes. Was a true community, an elected official. I saw an interesting statistic or interesting fact that he was the only two-term Republican mayor in the city of Kingston in the past 57 years. That's quite an accomplishment, right? Yeah. I thought that was very, telling. I didn't realize that.
I didn't realize it was two terms.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, so I do agree, though. Condolences to his family.
Services are tomorrow, and as the newly minted ER of the Kingston Elks Lodge 550, I am in charge of the ceremony. The rite of Elks have a solemn funeral service rite that we're doing at the end of the wake, at the end of the calling hours with the family.
Oh, so you do it at the wake?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Correct. There's also a graveside service as well, but we choosing to do it the wake. And
Right.
I spoke with Linda Murphy and Bernie Gray and organized it, and it's it's a 10-minute little remembrance ceremony. It's very nice.
That's very nice. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And he was a long time former ER, president. We call it
Of the Elks.
Exalted ruler, but past PER, past president of a lodge and member, still an active member. So, yeah.
Great.
It'll be a nice service.
Yes. It's nice
And
that the Elks do that.
too, Grace DePaula. Oh my
Grace.
goodness.
Yeah. That's very sad. Also, she was an elk, right?
Yep, she
Belonged to
was.
the Elks.
So young.
Yes. And condolences to her family, her 3 young children.
kids,
her husband.
Mario,
Yeah.
super nice family and very.
Very, very sad. Yes, our condolences also to them. And even Jean DeLuca, who passed away, right? Her, I believe the funeral was yesterday. But, her and Vince DeLuca, were really pillars of the community between their business and their...
Vince was 100 when he passed, right? Wasn't he?
Well, close to. Very close to.
Close to
Yeah.
centennial mark.
Yes. So condolences to the DeLuca family. So, busy week at the county, Cameron. We have
Good busy or bad busy?
good busy. We have Judge McGinty, Sarah McGinty, was instrumental in putting together when she we first started when she first became the circuit court judge, but then COVID came and it kind of took a little bit longer than we anticipated. But she has done a whole exhibit up in her courtroom for Sojourner Truth. And we partnered with her on that exhibit and helped her, but she was instrumental and she really put the whole exhibit together. So today she is doing a ceremony presentation and opening of the exhibit. But if you're familiar with Surrogate's Court, it's a small court. It's a small courtroom, so forth. So it's actually going to happen over in family court. So quite a few judges are coming down from Albany. There will be a display of some of our archival holdings that pertain to Sojourner Truth. One document which really is very powerful and really speaks to what slavery was about back in that time is Solomon Gidney's inventory. And on that inventory is listed cows, horses, wood, books, and Sojourner Truth. So she was just like the yes.
God.
So
She was
it
part
really
of
is a
the
very
inventory.
powerful document. And
But
then the bond.
Was it referred back to her original name?
It was.
Yes, right.
Yes.
So you know the
Yes.
connection.
Yes.
I just noticed. We were down to along River Road, and when you come up River Road, then you make the turn right to go back to Kingston. And right there is where she was a slave.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct.
It's right there.
Yeah.
Right there.
That's
Yeah.
where the
Ewing.
property was.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah.
There should be a marker there.
There is. That's
is
why
it?
I know.
Oh, there you go. Now, where is this?
So it's going to be held at family court, actually, and we'll bring the documents. She will have the portrait that was done by her name always escapes me, from the YMCA farm project and the students that were instrumental in that.
Oh, in the mural.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That will be on display, and then in addition to that, she'll do a PowerPoint presentation. So it's an exciting afternoon here in Ulster County, and we're excited to have the judges from Olney come down.
Yeah.
And then at lunchtime, Paul O'Neill is doing a presentation. And anyone that knows Paul's just an amazing individual. And, a shout out to Taylor Brook from our office, who really worked hard with Judge McGinty to put this whole exhibit together. So very exciting. And now I believe Senator Hinchy and Assemblyman Kevin Cahill have started the legislation to have Sojourner Truth Day made a legal holiday here in New York State.
In New York State.
Which is fantastic.
That is
absolutely.
really righteous.
Yeah.
Now, the display will be in Judge McGinty's.
Yeah, in Surrogate's Court.
Okay.
Yeah, on the
Is
third floor.
Will it be open to the public?
Surrogate's Court. Okay.
Yeah, third floor, Surrogate's Court. I believe so. I believe that the public could go in and see it.
And then why did she put this together? Just to raise awareness, or to further, suffrage, or
really
academia? Whatever,
raise awareness. Yes, I believe that was really the driving force behind it. And then it started to take a life of its own. And Heidi spoke about the youth group that really started to get involved and so forth. And one thing led to another. So, remarkable how one thought, and I've seen this so many times in county government, like one small thought, two people sitting at a table, one person coming up with an idea, and you just throw it out there, and how it just grows. And what an accomplishment to Judge McGinty, and really to the county to have this exhibit in the county office
It's
building.
inspiring to see that a good idea can really blossom. It's really inspiring. And luckily, I guess we have quite a lot of documentation for Sojourner Truth, which isn't always the case.
Yes, and a lot of the documentation is not coming out of Ulster County. Judge McGinty did quite a bit of research and really pulled from so many different areas, which again, it's amazing once you start looking and once you start exploring. And you have to have one thing I've learned with anything, I don't know whether it's in county government or you probably have seen it numerous times, you have to have that person that has that passion to accomplish something, that has that driving force, that motivation, that excitement that gets everybody else involved. And in this case it was Judge McGinty, but you see it all the time with different things that you do. So great day in Ulster County today. Yeah, so we're looking forward to that this afternoon at 2 o'clock over at Family Court. And unfortunately with COVID, everything is so restrictive anymore and difficult to open to everyone. But I believe she's doing a live stream of it. So
I was going to say it'll be filmed or something somehow.
Yeah, yes.
So up on the third floor of Surrogate's Court, if you wanted to see the exhibit afterwards, you're able to visit.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah. Yep. So, very, and hopefully maybe at some point we'll be able to do in the spring an open house or something for it. Just unfortunately
hopefully this
we're
new
restricting everybody.
This new mandate will only be till January 15th, and hopefully there's no surge of
Oh, I hope
COVID
not.
patients in hospitals.
Amen, I hope
and,
not.
The whole mess again. So we'll see. I'm just hoping my March trip to Italy isn't. Hopes countries don't start
shutting down again. I know.
We got to bump up that percentage of vaccinated people. We got to bump that up. It's only 67%.
It would be other countries or whatever that I'm worried about. But I think they show it was proven that like those big massive lockdowns really did nothing to stop the spread. Countries that didn't lock down that had virtually the same infection rates as countries that did lock down. So, and they didn't suffer the economic hardships and the social. There's still psychological effects rippling through our society.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
And now with new mandates and surges and Omicron, and it's.
I think it's becoming more overwhelming now, tell you the truth.
Yeah,
I think in the beginning everybody rallied together and we pulled together to get through it, and then the vaccine came and we thought, oh, hey, this is great.
And then the controversy with the vaccine.
And then the
Can you
different
imagine?
variants.
Yeah,
and
can you imagine what it would be like if we didn't have that vaccine?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
What would we be going through?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, it could be worse. You could have had your life lost or family members lost in those tornadoes and the storms in the Midwest.
Oh.
Unbelievable.
Horrific.
The news the other night showing, like, I imagine a drone or helicopter aerial footage of it looks like they're filming a garbage dump. Like big, huge Staten Island.
Is, yeah.
The debris
Yes.
covers everything. You can't, you can barely discern where roads are, only because of twisted, mangled tree stumps. Other than that, there's no telephone poles. There's no.
I was just completely flummoxed by how that candle factory fell.
Yes.
Because all you see is the girders.
Yeah. Well,
there's nothing else there.
The roof panels and there's wall all ripped off.
All
and,
gone. Yeah.
It's unbelievable. And then you're lucky enough to survive, and the hardship of the loss of life and your friends and family, but just losing everything, the devastation, and I can't wrap my head around that.
It's not fathomable.
No, I can't either.
Sadly, I knew a few people growing up who had like house fires or other disasters that have lost their, clothes
Everything.
on their back. Poor Bernie at Herzog's. Bernie at Herzog's works in the lumber department. He lived, that fire in the town of Ulster where the gentleman ended up dying, very sad.
Right.
But Bernie, I guess, lived next door. They had the apartment next door or something and lost everything. He, I guess, the Jordans helped, asked around and found him a place to live very quickly. And I know that, the staff took up a collection and stuff at Herzog, but
Yeah, no,
he was
horrible.
at work and he, everything was going, while you're at work, I have my
lose
car
everything.
and my clothes. That's it, Can't imagine.
No, I
But
can't
for,
either.
a whole city to be like that, oh my God.
Plus, there's no heat, no electricity, no running water. I mean,
More than one city.
Yeah, many.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
mean-
we're concentrating on the
Yeah,
candle factories.
my son-in-law lives in Lexington, and luckily it didn't go that far.
But it was multiple states
'Cause-
and multiple storms and
Yeah.
multiple cyclone, events.
Western Kentucky was
Oh,
just
man.
devastated.
Yeah.
There are many, many ways of contributing to the, there's, in the news and in various articles, there are very many legitimate ways of contributing to the families and
Yes. And I'm sure there's going to be
cities.
scams out there, folks. So if
We gotta look
people,
at that.
I'm from the Salvation Army and I'm calling to
yeah, right.
collect money. Yeah, please. I can only imagine that there's probably already scammers trying to angle towards that. So
Yeah, we looked, and it took a few minutes to make sure that we were
bet.
actually
Well, I mean,
looking at
just-
a legitimate one.
I'm sure, like just the National Red Cross or,
Through FEMA.
Salvation Army.
Salvation Army. Yeah, there are whatever.
Yes, yeah.
If you search it out, I imagine, and try to make sure it's a legitimate site.
Yeah.
But don't.
Usually you can tell,
If people start hitting up your emails or calling looking for donations, it's probably a scam. So
Right.
don't do
Right.
it.
Yeah.
Right.
If you have to reach out,
Yeah.
that's
Or
better.
even through your
That's a
church.
better-
I mean, I'm sure
Right.
every religion
Yes.
has
Yes.
national synods and stuff, so they can and what better way to help local people is through the the Kentucky
Methodist
Baptist
churches.
Church or whatever
Yeah, right.
that
Right.
was affected.
Sure.
They can they're right there, boots on the ground, people that are vested. So very sad.
It is extremely sad.
What's sad is the New York Giants. Oh my goodness. It was
New York
ugly.
Giants, New York Jets, New York Islanders, you name it.
I'm hoping the XFL was starting up again next year, right? And,
Right. I
maybe
know.
one of the New York Guardians can give us some decent football to watch instead of the Jets and the Giants.
In my household is very painful because I'll be in the kitchen cooking dinner, and all I hear is, "I can't believe this, JV football."
Why were you even watching this?
But Nina, come in and look at this.
Yeah.
Look at this replay. Oh my gosh! I'm like, why are you doing this? You're just aggravating yourself. Turn the channel. Put on
You
another
gotta
game.
That's what being a fan is, right?
Yeah.
You got to stick to it through thick and
Absolutely.
thin, So
So, but next year is another year.
Yeah.
Well, Joe Judge has a lot of faith in his team, so we'll see.
Well, he talks a good talk, but he's not walking the walk.
No, he sure isn't. So we'll see what happens
he's gotta
there.
go. The manager's got to go, but we'll see.
Yeah.
So look, we got to go to break. So we'll be back.
Thank you, Cameron Rylance, Nina Postjapak. Thank you very, very much for bringing us through to 7:30. And it is Tuesday, December 14th, and 34 degrees right now here in Uptown Kingston. We'll be right back after these messages.
GTG, BRB, OMW, be there in a few. You may think that these kinds of texts are fine because of their length, and you can easily send them at a stoplight. But no, answering one text can take your attention away from the road for 5 seconds. And traveling at 55 miles an hour, that's enough time to travel the length of a football field. Make good decisions, don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org, a message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, Noise, and the Ad Council.
At Central Hudson, we recognize that some of our customers could use a hand from time to time. We have programs designed to help reduce undue stress, get you back on track, and avoid falling behind on payments. We offer payment assistance options, as well as programs for those who are hearing or speech impaired, hospitalized, or using electrical life support equipment. Learn about all our assistance options at centralhudson.com. Do you know who that is? Who's that? It could be a clever thief impersonating Central Hudson, asking for your personal or account information, or an immediate bill payment. Beware of scam artists that can target you by telephone, email, or in person. Don't provide personal information to callers or open email attachments. Ask to see ID. If you're ever uncertain about an inquiry, contact us. Don't fall victim to a sinister scheme.
This is Cameron Rylance. Many families in our area will not have a happy holiday, and the WGHQ Happy Christmas Fund will help them. We are asking for your contribution to purchase children's clothes, toys, and food for seniors. You can drop off your contribution at the Boyce Brothers Dairy Milk House on O'Neill Street in Kingston. Thank you.
You're with us here at KCR, Kingston Community Radio, AM 920 and 92.5 FM, 7:32 a.m., 34 degrees on this Tuesday, December 14th, and it's going to be partly cloudy today with a high of 49. Quite a nice day. And tonight, partly cloudy skies will give way to way cloudy skies later in the overnight, and a low of 27. That's going to bring us a few occasional showers later in the afternoon on Wednesday, a high of 44. And rain showers early on Wednesday night with overcast skies later on. Chance of rain is 50% also for Wednesday night. Thursday, quite cloudy, near record high temperatures, a high of 57. And mostly cloudy skies early will become partly cloudy late Thursday night. There you go. This upcoming portion of Kingston Community Radio is brought to you by Mid-Hudson Valley Federal Credit Union, 1099 Morton Boulevard in Kingston. And let's get back to the on-air studio with Nina Postjapak and Cameron Rylance. Welcome back.
And we are back. And yes. I believe Dan indicated that we have our guest, Dan Whalen, on the line. Is that true?
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Dan. How are you?
Great. Even better, let me tell you, Cam, even better that I get to talk to Nina this morning and I get to see her later.
Yeah, we do. Twice in one day.
Is there a board meeting
Twice
or
in
something?
one day, Nina.
Well, tell them why, Dan. What's our exciting event today?
Yeah, so today for the Kingston Club, we have our Christmas dinner, which is just a huge fun night for the kids that they really look forward to all year. We have a huge catering by ShopRite. We'll have games, music. Kids will get there. Every year BSN Sports donates club hoodies. And yeah, it's a night everyone looks forward to. It's a ton of fun, and a lot of our board members come and volunteers, and we just have a great day together for the holidays.
I have to say, it's probably one of the nicest events that the board is involved in. And I have to say a shout out to ShopRite. They do an absolutely amazing job. Oh, if you're familiar with the gym at the club, it's like along one wall of the gym is every type of food imaginable. Huge table with all types of cookies and treats, and it's just amazing what ShopRite used to do.
You gotta make sure you keep the cookies and treats away till every kid
gets their
they hit the vegetable
food.
table, right?
They do. They get them at the end, but it's great. I mean, everyone goes home with food. Everyone goes home with snacks.
That's
It's
fantastic.
a really fun night. So
Now,
really looking forward to later.
ShopRite has really good food. I mean, like their hot food.
Amazing.
And, they make sushi right there. That's fantastic. So.
No.
Now, is someone involved with like management of ShopRite, part of the club or anything?
One of our board members is one of the directors of the hot food services, Augie Reyes Colon. And he's instrumental in our Steak and Breakfast dinner as well as this event. I mean, Augie's probably done this before I got here, so it's got to be 8 years he's been involved.
Wow, that's great.
Yes, and before ShopRite was involved, before Augie was involved, the members of the board used to cook the dinner. So the kids have really moved up in the world. We used to make sauce and meatballs and pasta and and maybe some brownies. But yeah, they've really moved up in the world. So we're really appreciative of what ShopRite does.
Now, Nina, I heard before ShopRite took it was Ilio's Pizzas.
Yeah, pretty close too, Dan. You got that right.
Now you said something about some other local sponsors, right? BSN, which actually our listeners know that's the former Anaconda and the Stoke family.
Yes, they bought the Anaconda. And they still operate out of the same building, but that's a national company. And also, all our drinks are donated by Liberty Coca-Cola.
Excellent, nice.
Yes, and it's really great. Like Dan said, each of the kids of the club walk away with a sweatshirt from BSN, which is really nice.
Yeah.
I mean, really.
And bringing home the leftovers isn't too shabby either.
That's right.
No, for sure. And the sweatshirts are great. I mean, our kids love our club hoodies. I mean, we're a family, and people they love it. You'll see all year throughout the year. The kids are always just wearing them. I do.
Keep your eye out next couple of weeks. Well, they're nice and fresh. That's great. What? How many kids do you expect to be celebrating tonight?
Yeah, I mean, it's always a wild card. I would say somewhere between 80 to 100 kids.
Whoa,
Yeah,
that's a full house.
Yeah,
oh, that's great.
Lots of energy in that gym.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's fun. And I got to say, too, one of the coolest things that I know, Nina, we've kind of evolved over the last couple of years with our new staffing is that our two of our staff, Ann Chris Warren and Lindsay Quick, will be there, and they just do a great job of doing games, contests, prizes, and just keeping the kids keeping the energy up, but also constructively engaged.
Yeah,
good.
Very, very true. Yeah, definitely. Great night.
Now, is Santa going to make an appearance? No, Santa?
Unless
No
Sam, if
Santa.
you
We
wanted
don't
to,
have
call
Santa.
me after and you wanted to jump on that.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, we've
I
never
just
done
shaved.
Santa. We
Sorry,
could try that
I just
in some
shaved.
year, right?
That'd be good. I mean, 'cause are there little? No, the kids aren't that little. In the club.
No.
Yeah, they're kid. Your customers are older, right?
Well, we have we have 8-year-old. I don't know. This day and age, I think after they hit 6, I don't know. Santa's not
kids
too.
are-
Kids
are
are
jaded
too
these
smart.
days.
Yeah.
Oh no, Nina! Right now, I am looking at our. I'm home. I didn't get to take off for club yet, and today's our elf on the shelf's birthday, and she is celebrating.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
That's good.
It is great. You always have Santa in your heart, no matter what age you are. So, what else is new at the club these days, Dan? What's going on? Pretty soon.
Yeah.
There's a
it's just been a busy time. With this Christmas dinner last week, we did Socrates Christmas dinner. We're helping people that want to adopt families. For toys. We're coordinating all that. Our staff is out shopping and finding the things that the families need. And then just in general, it's a busy time. We're full speed. We had a teen night on Friday. We had a Grinch Christmas party for the kids with a Grinch-themed contest, games. Kids won a bunch of prizes. There's probably about 50, 60 kids. 7 to 10 on a Friday night, which is, what we love to do. It's one of my favorite aspects of our programming. But, we get a bunch of food. Joey Gans and the cooking crew made all the food for the event, for the teen night.
Oh,
so
that's
it was
great.
really just a cool night. That was great.
Oh, absolutely.
You have these scheduled regularly, right?
Joe?
Yeah, yep, monthly right now. And then also in January we're aiming to we'll be open on weekends on Saturdays. We kind of wanted to jump up and get started a little bit sooner, but with the way that all the holidays fall, it's all on the weekends.
Yeah,
so
the weekend. Yeah,
closed.
January is only a couple weeks away, so that's scary.
It is scary.
Yeah,
And then, like you said, with the 2 holidays, this is the next 2 weeks are gonna fly by. So
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So Cameron...
Yeah, but go ahead, Nina.
Yeah. So Cameron opened the newspaper, the Freeman, and he has an article that really impacts the Boys and Girls Club.
Hopefully
So
it will be impacting. Yeah, the brothers at Bard got the $11 million grant from the NBA Foundation. Have you heard about that?
Yeah, I saw that. I sent Dario a note yesterday. I probably connect with him today at some point. But yeah, it's great for them. I mean, it's just a great program. It's rooted, again, like, I said before, and this Brothers Bard actually started at the Boys and Girls Club in Kingston. And, those guys just do a phenomenal job. They support our kids. They support all kids that fall in line with, their mission. It's great to see.
Why don't you, if you don't mind, just describe their mission and exactly what they're doing. I got turned on to this organization this summer. I met several kids that were camp counselors that were part of Brothers at Bard. So why don't you describe a little bit more formally what they do?
Yeah, I mean, Brothers at Bard really kind of digs into mentorship of young men of color, and they really kind of try to be that big brother, that mentor to bring them through. They're actively in Kingston High School, so they have access to, during the day, keep checking in on them, making sure they're all online, those types of things. But, I mean, it's really just it's a great mentorship program to help guide kids from all over.
Do you know how many of your kids have been involved or are involved with the program?
No, I don't. Like I said, Cam. So that's Brothers Bard moved from the club. It's not in the club anymore.
Oh, okay.
So it's been at the high school for probably about four or 5 years.
Okay.
Those guys are great. We check in every once in a while, and I know that some of our kids go there during the day, but it's really not. I don't have all that information.
Yeah. So you said in January you're going to be opening up on Saturdays. Is that just for the winter, or is that hopefully going to be year round?
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see what the population demands. A lot of things change. We're definitely going to go through the winter and into the spring. We're looking to be open 12 to 4 on Saturdays for teens only, to really target that group that idle hands. They're wandering the neighborhood. They need something to do. But I'm really hoping that as long as we can build it and we have the support that we seem to have right now, staffing wise. I'm really looking for this to be, yes, the club will be open, and we're bringing some staff in for it to be open, but I want targeted activities. Let's get down to, we'll talk to Dave Amato at Old Savannah and talk about getting the kids down to, learn how to ice skate, at the rink that they have out there.
Yeah.
Maybe take kids bowling, doing all those types of things. We want to get the kids moving and do activities, not just be open.
That's a great idea. So it's not just coming to the club and hanging out from 12 to 4, which is great, a wonderful, safe place, positive atmosphere, but also to allow them to enjoy other activities throughout the community. That's great.
With an organized, trip type thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're really looking forward to it, and it's something that we've been wanting to do. I know the board's been pushing for a long time, and we're finally at that spot. Again, part of the reason for this is some of the recent support we've received. One of the things that pushed us over the edge here, is the support that we received on the Teen Gun Violence Initiative through Senator Hinchy.
What exactly was that money for? Programming, to run programs, to.
Yeah. Sorry, we talked about that last month or the month before. It was it's money targeted to kind of help the issues that the state and the country is having in inner city areas with the spike in teen gun violence.
To offer alternatives than hanging around and getting into trouble. Right, I mean that's
organizations that receive funding to support it. So that's our base. That's our role.
Yes. Okay. Like you said, it's to help combat idle hands. Tools of the devil. Exactly. That's cool. Now, I when I listen to you, to me that sounds like a good volunteer or a not fundraising, but people in the community who may want to donate. Or someone who may have a passion, rather than just saying, "Oh, I want to give, $100 to the Boys and Girls Club, you can earmark it for activities, right? Hey, well,
Sure.
if someone that's an avid ice skater.
There's a lot, Cam, as we build the program, right, you're going to need support. Anytime anyone wants to sponsor a trip or something like that's certainly helpful.
Yeah.
As well as going to try to work to figure out a food program for that day too. So
but like a bowling league, help sponsor it. Bring a kid bowling day or something like that. For listeners, just trying to be creative, and if you wanted to help somehow rather than just write a check,
right,
organize an activity
or if your
something.
Time is very busy. Like I said too, any businesses that can add to it. We just took one avenue food wise, but like you said, bowling, movies, different. There's so many different things that go on in our community, in our county. We want to make sure that our kids have access and get to see them.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's a really great point. It's a wonderful way to help the club and do it, especially if you're right. And if you say you have a deli or say you have a restaurant where you can maybe do a pizza after they go bowling type of event and sponsor the pizzas afterwards, it really is helpful to the club, and it's a way for you to give back. So
absolutely, in a meaningful way.
Yeah, definitely, that's for sure. So Dan, now during Christmas break, how does the club work at that point? Are you open, or are you closed, or what do you do during the Christmas break?
Yeah, that's a great question. This year is a really, really tricky and difficult year, just with the way the holidays fall. So, we are typically just open all the way through, but with the holiday being on a Saturday, you have to honor that holiday for staff. So we are open. Any non-holiday, the following Monday, we were open after Christmas, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, right? Because Monday is the Christmas honor for it being there, and the same thing with the New Year. The following Monday, the club will be closed. So those 2 Mondays, the club will be closed for staff to be able to observe their holidays.
Great, that's
but
great.
Aside from that, we're open, and we'll be open Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock to 8 o'clock.
Yeah, that's good. When does school close before Christmas? Like when's the last day? Wednesday, Thursday?
Third.
Which would be Thursday's the last day of school, so Friday's off. Friday starts the break.
It's Christmas Eve.
Yep.
Oh, Friday's Christmas Eve. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Aye.
Yeah, Christmas Day is Saturday.
I gotta get my house cleaned. I committed to having the family over.
It's coming sooner than you think.
I know. Me and my sister and I flipped a coin. We were on the phone and we flipped a coin. I could have fibbed and said it was him. I was honest, and I didn't let her win. She won, and
you lost.
I'm sorry, but I digress. I'm sorry, Dan.
Yeah, and you cleaned it up just in the next 4 hours for everyone else to mess it up.
That's right.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Do all the dishes and everything. You got to start with everything clean.
Very true. And then with the new year coming, right? There's some new programs in the winter month coming after the first of the year. Dan, am I right there?
Yeah, we're waiting to hear on a couple things. I'll wait, be 100%. That everything's locked in. That I believe will be, but I'll probably have some updates on new programming for New Year on the next month.
Great.
That's cool.
And what else, Dan, do you want to let people know about that's happening or that they should be aware of? Maybe some contact information?
Poinsettias?
Poinsettias
are they available?
beautiful.
Or they're all
done?
Gone? Oh.
I'm speaking for Dan, but I believe they're done, right, Dan?
They are gone.
They were beautiful. I have to say, this year, every year they are, but this year, exceptional. They were beautiful.
Is that a successful fundraiser for you guys?
Yeah, yep. Obviously, it's always a positive, and people just love the poinsettias. So yes, it's positive for us. It's not one of our bigger ones, but people love them, and it's great.
I tell you what, my Herzogs moved my son from the paint department to garden last week. He's been there all last week. He's there all this week. Your Boys and Girls Club trees are flying off the shelf. They literally, they can't. Fast as they come in, they're going out the door. So hopefully that'll be successful. And people love that stand straight system.
Yes.
Oh, for sure. And I know I was down there to get my tree a couple Sundays ago, and I think they said we sold a couple hundred trees today. Like we don't even know.
Yeah. They got 50 in the other morning, and they were gone by like noon. Yeah, they're flying.
Yeah, it's literally one of the most popular places in the area.
Yeah,
to get trees.
It's close.
Region,
it's
convenient.
And they got the
And
dance
there's
tree
just,
system.
and with that said too, Kim, you see it's great that they do that with the trees for us, but Herzog is one of our biggest supporters, and they're just what they do for us is monumental. Through auction items and these Christmas trees and anything we ever need. Herzog is all over it, and just in general, the Jordan family personally would support physically the club and help with our Brad Jordan's on our board, and he's one of the most active, involved people.
Yep, and everything.
Very
he
true.
does. Yeah,
Jordan family throughout the community.
extremely generous family. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's for sure.
A funny, if I may digress for a moment.
Sure.
My son was helping some gentleman tie a tree up to the roof of his car, like a little sedan, no rack, just like the roof of his car. And they have like that twine there, and he's like, it says right, your employees aren't really responsible for, securing the tree to your vehicle, but I guess it was slow and needed help, so Ben's tying it on, and he's like, "Oh, where are you going?" He's like, "Brooklyn." Ben's like, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm getting on the thruway right now." He goes, "Yo, buddy, we got to get some more string here." So he tied the front and the back. He's like, "Yeah, I tied it the best I could." And he's a Boy Scout; he knows the knots. But
that's funny, Brooklyn.
Yeah, going back to Brooklyn. So good luck.
He's
Hopefully, it
Brooklyn.
made it past the Tappan Zee or
Gosh.
whatever, far away.
That is funny.
But anyhow, I'm sorry. I don't mean to take away your time, Dan, but I thought that was fun.
No, that's great. That's great.
Now, when is the Saugerties Christmas party, or has that happened?
Christmas was last week for Saugerties.
Last week for Saugerties. And where does that food come from, Dan?
Mirabella's. It's donated from Brennan Molio and the team at Mirabella's.
Nice.
Oh, that's very
Excellent.
generous
Good
to him
food, yes.
also. Yeah.
Now, since a lot of that's school-based, is there a programming available during the school break up there?
You mean for our school sites?
Yes.
Yeah. So all kids in the sites are members of clubs, so they can come to the main club should they need a place to go.
Okay. Excellent.
So it'll be open the same hours as the Kingston Club during school break, during Christmas break.
Saugerties is likely open. Saugerties. I shouldn't say likely. Saugerties will be open 8 to 6.
Okay.
So
Excellent. Cool. All day. Great. That's cool.
Yeah. No. And things are busy up there too, right, Dan?
So it's busy everywhere. I mean, we're great. We're up to full capacity, full speed, full energy. We've been doing a lot of programs, doing a lot of mixing. So like I said, our teen night in Kingston, but we brought kids down from Saugerties as well. We've been running we started our club harmony group, which is a singing group. The kids get voice lessons every week, and they performed 4 times in the last month. And that's again a combination of Kingston and Saugerties kids. So we've been doing a lot of that lately, and we're finally getting to a point where we have a staffing that we can do that, and that's speaks volumes to what this community does to support us. When we're able to be supported, your support, when we're successful at fundraisers, grants that come in, they go directly to our programming. So now, this is, just think about it. We're talking about opening on Saturdays. We're talking about having a staff that co-mingle kids from Kingston and Saugerties, a singing group. These are all things that just happen. That's my favorite part of my job is that when you get support, you just see the direct impact immediately.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the singing group is amazing. I think, did they perform at the Snowflake Festival?
They did, yes.
Yes. They and how many
Now, they're available. Like say Kiwanis Club had a holiday party. They would come and sing carols or something. Is that something that organizations or people could contact the club about?
Yeah, I would. Yes, I would. It would all depend on staffing, preparation, and our ability to physically do it. But I would. Yes, anyone could reach out to the club and contact Ann Chris Warren, who's our director of operations.
Because to me, would be a wonderful experience for kids. I mean, being in my church choir as a kid, when we would go to the nursing home and sing Christmas carols and stuff, it was very rewarding. And it seemed like such a drag, but halfway through, you're like, you
felt good about yourself and about the event. Yeah,
that type of experience, as well as the responsibility of and being a part of an ensemble and rehearsing and having dates and perhaps scheduling. I know it all comes down to your staffing levels, but
for sure.
It's a wonderful if that could be developed, and that's perhaps another volunteer. Listeners would perhaps volunteer their time or something like that.
Yeah, the only thing is you have to have a staff, right? Because we can't just send kids as volunteers. Mm-hmm. We always make sure that we have one of our staff with them. But yeah, that's what it really comes down to, Cam, is our ability to do it. But we're definitely looking for opportunities for the kids to perform. The more they perform, the more experience they get. But honestly, it's more about kids learning how to use their voice and not being afraid to use their voice. Yeah, singing's great, and they're good at it, but it's also teaching you, here's a crowd of people, be willing to say what you think and feel.
Yep, that's wonderful.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, sense of confidence and.
And I got to tell you, Cam, I can relate to what you just said. I got a board meeting later with Nina, and it's always like, going into it, it's like, oh, this is a drag, but halfway through, it's all right. It's all right. It's not so bad.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh, Dan, I don't know what we would do without you. Oh, gosh.
You'd be doing a lot more work yourself because Dan wouldn't be able to show it
I'm
all.
telling you, you're
He
absolutely
can handle
right.
it.
He makes the job, I had to say, he makes the job of being a board member very easy because Dan motivates, Dan is passionate about what he does. Dan has so many ideas. He's so creative, and he really does make it easy being a board member. You want to fundraise, you want to do things because there's so many exciting things happening at the club. So and the staff. Dan really is a leader with his staff, and his staff stands behind him and works so hard for the kids. And it's long hours, and it's you're
not getting rich.
Yeah, you're not getting rich. Non-profits, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So
it is about people. It all comes down to wanting to help people. And
so I had to say thank you, Dan, for all you
do. First off, thank you so much for that. Appreciate it. But I was going to say the same thing, just, as we close out about our staff. I mean, we just, recollection, here we are now, but, this time last year we were in virtual school mode.
Yes.
I've said a couple of times on this, our staff has switched their mold, has switched their hours. I mean, the smallest thing is the biggest thing that you don't even realize. Oh, the club's open all day. That means someone who applied for a 12 o'clock to 8 o'clock job is now working 8 a.m. to 4. That's a complete life switch. We don't have one staff that had one complaint. We don't have call-out issues. We don't have any of that. That staff says, our kids need us, let's go. And they do whatever it takes, both in Kingston and Saugerties. And if there's one thing that, in reflection to be happy and proud of for us is our staff. We're so lucky to have a staff that has everyone fully invested in the mission, and that's why these programs take off. These are their ideas, right? They're the ones that drive it, and I'm just really lucky, and our kids are lucky to have the staff that we have.
Yeah, very true. Very, very true, Dan.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a team effort, that's for sure. So, Dan, can you give us, I know we ask you this every month, but for our new listeners or for people who have listened before,
Forgetful?
or
forgetful. There you go, Cameron. Can you give us all your contact information?
Yeah, for sure. Anyone who wants to be involved, even like we said, we're talking about launching Saturdays on anyone who, has ideas, thoughts. I'm happy to listen and talk. Or anyone who just has questions about club, feel free to call the club anytime, 845-338-8666. Also can email me. My email is bwhalen, WHALEN, at bgclubs, with an S, and then Ulster County spelled out, .org.
Excellent.
Great.
All right. Well, seeing as it's your Elf on the Shelf's birthday today, you should have put it in for the cow pie. You could have brought a cow pie home for the family. So Dan, thank you. Appreciate your time and your calling in. And have any exciting plans for Christmas?
I'm hoping to have less exciting plans, Cam.
There you go. Yeah.
But I would like it to be less.
I want no plans. There you go. Well, I hope your Christmas wish comes true for you. So.
Thanks, guys. And hey, you guys have a great holiday, and all the listeners and everyone who supports the club.
Happy New Year too.
Yes,
we won't be speaking to you again until after the New Year. So enjoy your holiday season and be well.
Great. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Jump in place over there.
Yeah, it is
And then
a
you got
busy,
your board
busy
meeting
place.
tonight, so
After the Christmas party.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's how they get you there, right? Entice you in with the party, and then
There
say,
you
guess
go.
what?
Come
Time for a
help
meeting.
with the Christmas party, and then your board meeting afterwards.
There you go.
Well,
That's
and
good.
to be honest with you, we didn't speak about this with Dan on the radio, but this is the first in-person board meeting we will have had since the pandemic.
Really? Wow.
We have done Zoom since
Now,
the
is
pandemic.
there still a Zoom option, or
Yeah, we haven't done any in-person board meetings.
no? But tonight, is it
Oh,
in-person only, or will Zoom?
He probably will Zoom so that make sure we
maybe
have a
one or
quorum.
two,
Yeah.
one or two people may not be.
But
able to do it,
this will be our first in-person one.
Wow, that's good. Well, that's a milestone.
Yeah, so that's exciting.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's a milestone.
Yeah.
That's excellent. So, It's almost top of the hour. We should be back. We have a couple. Yeah, we have a couple birthdays today, and we should be back with Carl Brown after the birthdays.
And Carl always brings somebody fun and exciting on the radio with him.
Absolutely.
And he surprises you and I, as well as the listening audience out there. So we're looking forward to talking to Carl.
Sounds good.
8 o'clock hour.
All right.
All right.
So,
we'll turn it over to Dan.
Yeah, Dan.
Dan is ready for us.
Want to take us to break?
You got it. Thank you very, very much. Nina Poshpak, Cameron Rylance, and of course, Dan Whalen, our guest for the last half hour. It is now almost exactly 8 o'clock a.m. this Tuesday, December 14th, and 35 degrees here in uptown Kingston. This last portion of Kingston Community Radio was brought to you by Mid-Hudson Valley Federal Credit Union, 1099 Morton Boulevard in Kingston, is their main office. And we'll be right back after these messages.
Hey there.
What's up, bruh?
Hello.
Aloha.
Hey, y'all.
Hey.
Hola.
Hi.
It takes a lot of voices to create the sound of us. The Y welcomes all of them with open arms. From career readiness to safe spaces, the Y is there, no matter who we are. Now, more than ever, they need your support. Donate to your local Y today. The Y, for a better us.
Read by members of the Y.
Hi, this is Tony Marmo from Norman Staffing, and we've been bringing together employers and job seekers since 1980. If you're an employer and have job vacancies, let Norman Staffing help fill them with permanent or temporary workers. We screen, interview, and recommend the best candidates for your company. We make the employment process easier and faster for you. Please call Norman Staffing for your employment needs at 338-9111, 338-9111, or normanstaffing.com.
Hi, this is Scott Harrington from Hurley, and I support Kingston Community Radio because the people need a place to have their voice heard, and it's lost in corporate radio, so please keep listening and supporting our station.
You're listening to WGHQ AM 920 and 92.5 FM, the home of Kingston Community Radio, 7 to 9 a.m. every weekday. My name is Dan Gatis, and it is 35 degrees right now here on this Tuesday, December 14th. Partly cloudy today with a high of 49, and partly cloudy skies early will give way to cloudier skies overnight, low of 27. Wednesday, we've got cloudy with occasional showers on Wednesday. Good 50% chance of showers with a high of 44. And that continues into the evening. Rain showers early with overcast skies later on overnight. Low of 39. Thursday, let's see. Considerable cloudiness near record high temperatures, a high of 57. And Thursday night, mostly cloudy skies, becoming partly cloudy later, and it's a low around 45. And this upcoming portion of Kingston Community Radio is brought to you by Robert Baum Commercial Realty, located at 79 St. James Street, Kingston, New York. Visit RGBAUM for more information. And let's get back to the on-air studio now with Cameron Rylance, Nina Poshpak, and our new guest.
And we are back.
And what time of the day is
It's birthday. Cowpie birthday cake. It's Cowpie.
Well, let's say hi to Carl. He's on the phone.
Hey, Carl. Good morning, man. How are you?
Carl?
Hey, how you doing, Nina and Cameron? Happy holidays.
We are great.
Yes.
Thank you. If you can just give us a couple minutes, we got birthdays to announce. So.
Oh goodness, it must be the Cowpie birthdays.
It is. So hang tight. So today, the Boyce Brothers Dairy Cowpie giveaway. We have 3. So let me start off here. Tuesday, December 14th, we have happy birthday to Maureen Riley from your friends at the Friendship Bible Coffee Club.
Happy birthday. And I have a please wish a happy birthday to Yvonne Merck. And I know Yvonne personally, so happy birthday, Yvonne, from your friends at People's Place. We hope you enjoy your special day.
And lastly, but certainly not least, I want to wish a happy birthday to Florence Jones from your friends at the Town of Ulster Senior Club. So, let's put these 3 in the randomizer and come up with a winner.
The winner is...
Oh, congratulations, Yvonne Merck. You are the winner of a Boyce Brothers Dairy Cow Pie.
Yvonne Merck. Go down to Boyce Dairy Milk House, 62 O'Neill Street. See Sally. and pick up your cow pie anytime after 8 o'clock
There you
today.
go. So thank you, listeners, for sending them in. We had a little
We had 3 this week.
3
That's
buyers
nice.
for it today. So now, that without further ado, Carl, good morning, man. How are you doing, bud?
Good morning, Cameron. Good morning, Nina. How are you guys doing?
We're good. Welcome.
Good.
Welcome. You're not calling in
Good,
from
good, eh?
some tropical paradise now, are you?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Oh, too
I
bad.
just wanted to be kind of, just health conscious with this Omicron variant that's going on right now, just to keep you guys protected also.
Thank you. And as well as you've had some, recent health concerns, so we want to make sure you stay healthy.
Yes. I'm doing really good. I'm doing really good right now. So,
Excellent.
knock on wood.
That's good. Yeah, knock on wood. It's good to hear, man. So how is Carl Brown's universe going these days?
My universe is doing really good. I was, a little disturbed, as every Kingstonian probably was, when they heard about that recent shooting that was on Van Buren Street.
Yeah.
I just don't know what's going on in our community. I mean, it's so scary. The thing is that, we've tried to talk to not only the city but the county too about installing the Speed on the Streets program so that we have more awareness of what's going on, especially in the troubled areas in Midtown area. We don't see any shootings downtown. We see no shootings uptown.
Yep.
They can have more concentrated effort and not just be out there for a week or it's at 6 p.m. It's the daytime and it's the nighttime. The presence, I think, when I was younger, and I don't want to go back and dating everybody, but when I was younger, we never had shootings in our town. And I think enough is enough. Somebody's got to put their foot down.
Yeah, I mean,
keep a presence there so that we're doing everything else right. We got a beautiful circle that we installed with tons of money from the federal government. Right now, we've putting in bike lanes. We're doing all kind of stuff to make Kingston look beautified. However, in order to attract people, and especially out this tech city, we're having new businesses that are going out there. People are not going to want to live in this city unless they curb the violence. And I think that's something we should concentrate on. What do you guys think?
Absolutely. Well, it's a deep problem. I mean, at the face of it, the gun violence is like gang associated. And the gang association is usually selling drugs. And the drugs are here because people need to buy them. And people are buying the drugs because there's a huge drug problem, and it's psychological and social problems. Mm-hmm. The gun violence is a result of the other problems. And, until we can curb the demand for drugs, whether, I don't want to say legalizing it or stricter penalties or reversing bail reform or, take the Amsterdam model and, legalize it and tax it and regulate it. I don't know what the answer is. But to me, it's the symptom, I'm worried about. I mean, I live Midtown. There's been shootings on near the corner of my Franklin and Fair, and it's the gun violence is a result of the drug trade, and you know what I mean. It's
how do you curb a drug trade? I can tell you emphatically, there's a way to curb the drug trade, and the way you do that is by giving people jobs, hope, and ambition to stay out of trouble. Mm-hmm. When you have people that don't have, they will find a way to make a living. Create the jobs, create an environment where people are not wanting to get on drugs.
Yes.
There's a twofold epidemic. It's called an economic development problem, where we're not focusing on economic development as far as giving people jobs and an outlook on life. If they don't have it, they're going to find it a negative way.
Absolutely.
That's the way I feel.
Yeah.
That's the way I feel.
Yeah, and I don't know if you listened to the last half hour, but Dan Whalen was on, and I only can comment on this because I have firsthand knowledge being involved with the Boys and Girls Club. But I think Dan is doing a tremendous job of trying to get the youth out into the community to do internships,
Absolutely.
introducing them to different fields for occupations and jobs, and really giving them the opportunity to see what's available. And I think programs like that, and I know there's, I'm just speaking about the Boys and Girls Club, but there's numerous organizations that are there for the youth. That's what we need to grow, because I think that's where the difference is really being made, and they're in a safe environment, a positive environment that's really instilling in them what they need to go out into the community and really want to work and want to respect their fellow, youth and fellow friends and so forth.
And like Carl said, you got to let them see a hope or see another way, and offer opportunities, Part of that, the Brothers at Bard program, hopefully,
Exactly.
growing a mentor, mentorship type program for,
Absolutely.
Our youth, and,
Absolutely.
the positive role model,
Yeah, like Dan said, they're in Kingston High School now.
Yeah.
A great thing.
Absolutely.
Well, and that's the point. Nina and Cameron, you brought up two good points about the BARD and mentorship program. They're even doing it at the county level, too. They are great programs. Nina, you mentioned also about the Boys Club. Great programs to keep kids off the streets and keep them mentally focused on positive things. This is all good. Community Action's trying to do things. Harambe's trying to do things. Everyone's trying to roll up their sleeves and pitch in. But we need the police presence also to pitch in and roll up their sleeves too. We really do. And it's a collaborative effort among all of us. But then opening up jobs for some of these kids. You talk about mentorship? Give me a mentorship program into about 100 jobs at the county level. Give me about a mentorship program at the city level for a lot of these young youth. This is where you start taking people off of the streets and focusing on, oh, wow, when I graduate, I might be able to get a job at the city. I'll get a job in the county or whatever the case may be. That's all these kids have to look forward to today. If they don't find it here, they leave and they go somewhere else. I'd rather keep our kids in our community and looking for growth and opportunity.
Yeah, having them become part of our economy, our workforce. Our everything, part of our community, staying here, absolutely. But getting that vesting, that's where it starts. I believe that's where the positive role model, like Harambe, Boys and Girls Club, church, youth organization, Brothers at Bard, trying to grow all these little seeds and hopefully a mesh. Everything will grow together. Is the hard part, and where does that leadership come from? Who makes that happen? That's what we got to try to figure out, I guess. Or create.
Yeah. Well, the thing is too, though, you got to realize that a lot of these guys are committing this crime because they know they can't get caught. Now, if there's a likelihood that you're going to get caught because you have a presence on the streets with the police, you're most likely not going to commit that crime. The only reason why these people commit crimes like this is they know they can get away with it.
Yeah, yep.
That's one thing. I mean, it's
yeah.
But I tell you right now, we have a great community. We have a lot of great things that are going on here.
Well, how about that wave of crime in California with the smash and grab gangs? That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I'm a great believer in there's rules and regulations, there's laws. Whether we agree with those laws or we don't agree with those rules and regulations, that's what makes us a civilized society. That's what allows us to function in a manner that is safe and healthy for all of our citizens. And unfortunately, you need someone to what's the word I'm looking for here? I'm struggling. Monitor, enforce. You need someone to enforce those rules and regulations, and the police are the individuals that do that. And I think the respect that we've had for the police in the past, and I'm not saying, let me say this, in every, I don't care if you're a lawyer, a policeman, a fireman, there's wonderful attorneys, there's great policemen, there's great firemen, but there's also in every occupation, right, people that leave a lot to be desired. So I think you need to look within to make your organization, whether it's law enforcement, whether it's the legal field, whatever the case may be, whether you're elected official, you need to look within your organization to look at where the problems are, where we're maybe missing certain things, and make it better. It should be a constant changing, a constant looking at everything, and I think that's where we kind of fall by the wayside sometimes. We need to really hold those accountable that aren't doing their job, no matter what field it is, and really say we need to do that because we don't need to turn a blind eye to it. We don't need. There's no such thing as loyalty when someone disrespects the office that they hold or the position that they hold. They deserve to bear the ramifications of their actions. So I think it's a fine balance there of really looking at the organization as a whole.
Yeah. I think you're 100% right, Nina, and that's the nice thing about a small town, Kingston, the way it is right now, because we can rally together and we can fill some of the voids for some of these kids and get things done. It's how do we deter these gangs from coming into the area? Because see what's happening, the young kids are seeing some of this violence and they're thinking it's okay. When you constantly see something every day, if every day you went out your door and you seen somebody fighting and fist fighting and everything, after a while, after a year, you would think that that's normal.
You get numb to it, and it's glorified.
And
it's glorified in music, TV, movies, video games, everywhere. You know, it's you're bombarded with it. It becomes you're right. You get desensitized.
Carl.
And it becomes a parental thing too, where the parents need to monitor their kids of what they're watching, what they're taking in. It's like the old saying, "You are what you eat." You know, and I think that's part of the issue too, is educating these parents on some of these things are not okay.
Quite honestly, you should have to pass a test before you're allowed to have a kid. Yeah. Like those two knuckleheads in Michigan. Right. That they were called into the school, that school shooting was, the parents were called into the school, and they're like, no, you deal with it. It's not our problem. You know, kids in school, it's a school problem. And they, walked out. It's like, and now they should go to jail forever. It's unbelievable. They purchased that gun. Yeah, it's the parents, that's a whole other issue. The lack of parenting. You know, teachers spend more time with kids than parents do for the most part, and it's a whole societal thing. I don't know. It's a deep issue, and boy, oh boy, tough.
Yeah, it is, and it's affecting small towns. It's affecting a lot of small towns all over the United States. You know, we're just one small hamlet here among many thousands and thousands and thousands of areas around. But you know what? We can't solve everything for everyone, but we can focus on our issues and how to solve them here in our local town.
Get your own house.
You know,
in
it's
order.
not to say that we could be a model, but you know what? We could learn for what we should be doing right, and we could learn for what we're turning a deaf eye to.
Yes.
I mean, so you know, we should all hold ourselves accountable for not speaking up and not saying anything. That's why I like the radio station. And I appreciate you guys inviting me on to talk about these things.
Good point, Carl. And this is a call-in show, 331-9255. So if anyone would like to call in with their opinions or questions for Carl. Can we talk a little bit about community action, Carl, and what's happening there?
You sure can.
Yeah.
You sure can.
What's going on there and what's new and exciting?
Well, we have a toy drive that's going on. They're going to be giving out toys on the 20th. Susie Hinchy with a couple of other board members. I believe Ginny was there. Another board member named Tina was there, and And they got together and went out and bought all these toys and everything. They're giving them out to people. People's Place is doing a great job also. They went out to Ellenville with toys for the kids. I mean, this is the kind of thing that really warms your heart to see during the time of holidays, that they're going out giving to kids that don't get a lot for the holidays. And this is what it's all about for community. And I'm excited about it, and I hope you guys are also.
How can
the
people?
Other thing is we may be hiring a new executive to take the helm and to run community action, which I'm excited for also.
Wow, that's great. Now, is this toy drive ongoing?
Excuse me, sir?
Is the toy drive ongoing? Is it happening now?
Yes, it's on. It's happening right now. And what's happening, you can contact Susie Hinchy at Community Action. I don't have the number right now because I'm calling in. I can normally look on my phone and cheat when I'm with you guys. But, you know, a lot of organizations are trying to do a lot of things. You know, one of these days I'd love to see, and this is just a guess, I'd love to see People's Place, Community Action, Family of Woodstock, and different organizations get together and have a huge toy giveaway at the UPAC Center. You know, when Nina probably remembers this, when they used to have Santa Claus up there and they used to give out toys and bikes and stuff like that. That would really warm my heart too.
I did look up the number, Carl. It's 338-8750 for community action. So if you do want to donate, you can call 338-8750.
Absolutely. And ask for Susie Hinchy.
And of course, you have other programs, right? You have some winter weatherization programs and other.
Yes, we have a weatherization program this year. Unfortunately, with a lot of the material outages and stuff like that, we've been doing as many homes as possible. It's kind of difficult sometimes because we have a specific thing to do as far as insulating houses and putting the proper windows up, putting proper sealants up, using different energy-saving gadgets like outlets and so on and so forth, lighting, light bulbs and stuff like that. We have that program going on, but you know, during this time, sometimes we can't get into houses. If somebody's infected with COVID or anything like that, we can't get into the houses because we gotta make sure our staff is
safe.
Is okay. You know, so that's our weatherization program. Our Head Start and early Head Start program is still going on. If anyone needs to register their young one into a Head Start or early Head Start program, or doing reading and all kind of stuff to get kids qualified, to get them in tune to going into school, because we found out that, you know, a lot of kids that from poverty areas, when they went into school, they were way behind as far as reading, writing, and keeping up with the other kids. So our Head Start and early Head Start program helps to combat that issue. Yeah. We also have an outreach program, which we just talked about, which is headed up by Susie Hinchy, where we help people with clothing. We help them out with rental assistance, utility assistance, prescription assistance. So that's still going on. Also, it's a vital need here in the county as well as it is in Kingston.
So you're busy. Community Action's very busy right now.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. And, you know, we're going to get busier as we go through this pandemic. As you realize, there's a lot of people that are out of work. They're going to need our assistance.
Yeah.
So we need to get the word out to let people know we're here to help if you need it. You know, I hear so many, even friends of mine, I'm sick, I got this going on, I have this going on, I can't pay this, I can't pay that. They may qualify for some of our services. So if you're on the phone, if you're listening, if you have problems paying rent or you're paying your utilities, please contact Ulster County Community Action and ask for assistance. Ask to speak to somebody.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great resource,
Absolutely.
Now, you're anything you can report? You're an officer of Harambe as well. Anything you'd like to share with us about what might be going on? Any holiday plans or anything? Or
Well, I'm glad you asked that. I'm
particularly Fair Street,
the
burial ground. Yeah.
Yes. The Pine Street Burial Ground is off and going. Right now, we just got a call from the city, the Parks and Recreation. We got a $50,000 grant to basically help us with unearthing these bodies that are there, so that we can do our DNA testing and so on and so forth. We have people from Marist College that's going to be on that archaeological dig up and find, and so that we can start identifying these people and then reburying them at a proper burial and giving these people the names that they so desire. Because you got to realize
the markers
a lot of these
and
people.
The dedication that their remains deserve, or the respect. What sort of time frame is that? That's really neat, actually.
Well, we're trying to get onto the National Registry right now. This is ongoing right now. We're dealing with the parks area right now. Suzanne Cahill, which is the planning director, she is going to be working with us so that we can actually start identifying, things that we have to do. We're going to have a PAC committee, which is basically of local people. So we're trying to identify which people can be a contributor there, as long as we're not getting paid. We're close to getting that National Registry, which I'm pretty sure we're going to get. So you'll see one of those signs that are up there.
Yeah,
eventually, like you see in these, the blue and the yellow signs.
Mm-hmm.
So we can document the place itself. We have a lot of things that's going on right now. I just can't relinquish too much without letting my left hand know what my right hand's doing. I hope you can understand that.
Absolutely,
we do. Absolutely.
Because you're on the chairman of the board, president of the board, or see something with that? With
the president. Sorry.
President. Okay.
Yeah. They nominated me as a president. I don't know if they knew what they were doing or not, but.
Oh no! Absolutely.
Is that one of those meetings where you left the room and they nominated you while you were gone, and by the time you got back, you were the president?
No, it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that. They actually talked me into it.
I'm sure it wasn't a hard sell.
Either you do this right now, or we're going to kidnap you.
Yeah, well, you're a good man, Carl. I'm sure you you did it, for the right reason. You weren't coerced into it. You did it for the right reason, I'm sure.
Yeah. There's a lot of. I can say this. There's so many organizations, and for anybody that's listening, there's organizations out there like Boys Club, People's Place, Community Action, that can use some board of directors there to help steer the organizations into certain areas. They're not paid jobs, so if you're looking to get paid, it's not a place to be. But there's organizations out there that help to do positive things in the community. And if you want to be a positive force, contact any of these agencies. See what you can do to help out. See what you can do to pitch in. Because I tell you right now, just like as we're looking at the areas that are in Kentucky right now, that went under these tornadoes, look at all the hands that are trying to pitch in to build up that particular area.
Yeah.
Think of these agencies as being tornado stricken, and that your hands that pitches in helps. It helps to further the agency even further. It really does.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And Nina, thank you for your service there on the board with the Boys Club. I mean, you're not getting paid for that, but look at the positive role that you're doing there.
Yeah, Carl, when you volunteer, it's really not what you give, it's what you get back. And I think that's so true, and that's why we all sit in the positions that we sit, because we get so much back from what we do. And for all those that are listening, I really encourage you to, like you said, Carl, to really look at getting involved in an organization, because it's so self-satisfying. At the end of the day, you get so much back from it. And, Cameron and I talk about this all the time. It's you grow up in from a young age, and you volunteer, and you get back to your community, and it just becomes part of who you are.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I agree.
If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, Carl, any parting words for us? Anything you want to add in the last minute?
Well, there's so many different things that we can talk about. I try to stay positive. I think, just me, I'm kind of, and this is no disrespect to anyone. I'm just, I'm kind of leery of our Broadway, and the, just how much room is taken up for some of these bike lanes. I mean, to me, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm scared to see what's going to happen once the snow starts flying.
Yeah, well, hopefully it won't be an issue this year. I'd like to kick that snow can down the road. So.
Yeah. Hopefully we won't get that much snow, but
yeah.
I mean, everything else that's going on in the community has been so positive, and I hope we continue this road down there where everything is positive.
Yeah.
But our organizations working together, I think that's an essential key to having a great community.
Absolutely.
So that's my parting words.
That's your Christmas wish there, right? All right. Well, Carl, have a great Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Christmas. And we'll talk to you after the new year. Yeah.
Fantastic. Have a nice holidays, everyone. Enjoy yourself, and
we will.
Safe,
Thank
please.
you very much. All right, Carl.
Bye-bye.
Thanks. All right, Dan, take it away.
Thank you, Nina Pushtapak, Cameron Rylance, and a very, very special thanks to Carl Brown for calling in, and of course, Dan Whalen from the last half hour. You are with us here at Kingston Community Radio at the bottom of the hour. KCR AM 920 and 92.5 FM and streaming online at mykcr.org. Tuesday, December 14th, 35 degrees here in uptown Kingston. This last portion of Kingston Community Radio was brought to you by Robert Baum Commercial Realty, located at 79 St. James Street, Kingston, New York. Visit rgbaum.com for more information. We'll be right back after these messages.
We are Lions. We bring hope where it's needed. We are a global force for good. Support causes that matter. Change lives. Change communities. Change the world. We can do more together than we can alone. Join in. Experience the joy of serving. Be part of the movement. Give back. Let's unite the world for good. We are Lions. You can be too. Visit weserve.org.
Hi, this is Tony Marmo from Norman Staffing, and we've been bringing together employers and job seekers since 1980. If you're an employer and have job vacancies, let Norman Staffing help fill them with permanent or temporary workers. We screen, interview, and recommend the best candidates for your company. We make the employment process easier and faster for you. Please call Norman Staffing for your employment needs at 338-9111, 338-9111, or normanstaffing.com.
Hi, this is Shirley Stabe from Kingston, and I support Kingston Community Radio, and so should you.
And thank you for being with us here at KCR, Kingston Community Radio, AM 920 and 92.5 FM, and streaming online at mykcr.org. This upcoming portion of Kingston Community Radio is brought to you by Rondout Savings Bank. Always working for you and our community with branches in Kingston, West Hurley, and Hyde Park. Also online at rondoutbank.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Partly cloudy today with a high of 49, and partly cloudy early tonight with increasing clouds overnight with a low of 27. Wednesday, cloudy with occasional showers for the afternoon, high near 45. 50% chance of rain on Wednesday. And same continues through the evening on Wednesday night, and then basically overcast skies later as the rain subsides. A low of 40 degrees. Mostly cloudy on Thursday with a near record high temperature of 57. And Thursday night, mostly cloudy skies early, then partly cloudy after midnight, and a low of 45 degrees. Now let's get back to the on-air studio with Nina Poshpak, Cameron Rylance, and our new guest.
We are back for the home stretch, and we are joined by Sue Copenhagen.
Either way, I think.
Director of the Ulster County Office of the Aging is
Good
here
morning.
with a whole list of stuff. But first, before we get involved,
Cameron has a surprise for me.
I do. I am lucky enough to be able to present this check to you from the WGHQ Happy Christmas Fund and the Maxwell family. Is making a donation to the Office of the Aging to aid your relief services. And if you could, we'd love you to open it on the air.
And
because we want to see your facial
I'd love to do
expression
this.
when you see the generosity of the GHQ family.
Whoa.
There you go.
Thank you. The WGHQ Happy Christmas Fund has given us $3,000. Can I say it?
Yes, you can.
$3,000. This is so great. Thank you so much.
And we know that is for your
so wonderful.
Your, I don't want to say the Christmas relief, efforts.
There's so many things we can do with this.
Yes.
I hope it's unrestricted.
Yes,
Or
it is. It is your
unrestricted?
discretion to
Okay.
spend on our residents or the recipients of
seniors.
your service, our
right?
seniors and our
Yep,
listening.
There's so many needs out
our
there.
listeners out
There really are. But one of the things we want to do is increase and have more opportunities for seniors to have social events. Because so many have been, isolated for so long, they're asking for them. We have a luncheon this Thursday in Saugerties that is got a wait list. We have a sing along that does not have a wait list on Friday, and you know who's playing. Going to try to
accompany
hack through all the Christmas
Oh, you are a
carols.
marvelous accompanist.
Not when I'm sight reading.
If you can muddle through capers,
Well, that's because I practiced my capers.
There you
Anyway,
go. You can do it.
we're having a sing-along on Friday, and we do have room for that. We have Christmas crafts and a holiday tea. What I plan to do is take all of my teapots and make like 4 different kinds of tea and have little cookies for people, and they come and sing Christmas.
Is that gonna be at the hub?
Yep, it's at the hub.
That's cool.
Hub
What's
on
the
Friday.
hours of that, or the time?
1 to 3. 1 to
On
3
Fri-
after
this
lunch.
Friday.
No lunch is served, but little cookies
Tea
and tea.
and biscuits.
Biscuits.
High
and a
tea
sing-along.
at 1 o'clock, right?
Yep, high tea. And the thing in Saugerties has got a huge wait list, so I can't do anything
How
about
many
that. 100
before
people.
100 before the wait list? Or,
100 are already on it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
And that's just your size constraint, right? Or you're
it's
restricted by size?
it's not full capacity, but we're trying to spread people out just a little bit. And we're also going to be checking vaccination status at the door with this whole thing with the new, Governor Hochul and the new mandated. It's going to be a little difficult. But anyway, people are looking forward to it. I think we have a DJ, and there'll be dancing and a lovely meal by Gateway. And usually we have 3 or 4 holiday things, but this year we didn't. So we're going to try one, see how it goes. And the sing along, and then after this week, I don't have any more holiday responsibilities or events.
Humbug, right?
No, it's okay. It just they all happen at once. Yes. This tonight is my chorus thing. Tomorrow night is another dinner. Thursday night's Kiwanis. It's like everything is in the same week.
Well, when it rains, it pours.
Anyway, I did have a little list here of things that we still have to think about and remember. The hub is busy. So the hub has yoga on Monday mornings, chess club on Monday mornings, of which I am a member. I do lose every week, but I learn by losing.
You losing the same person, or you're losing to?
There's our teachers.
Everyone's kicking your butt.
The teachers kick my butt, right? But today, poor lady who came unsuspecting, I finally checkmated her.
There you go.
It took a while. And then Tuesday we have an exercise. Or Tuesday we go to the mall. We do our mall walk still, and we'll do that consistently now.
Yeah,
Every week.
good, good.
Starts at 10 at the mall in the food court. There's quite a big group now. Wednesday mornings, we have an light aerobics and stretch band. Wednesday lunch, we have congregate meal, and that's been getting a larger group. And then Wednesday afternoon, we have, or maybe Monday, we have Tai Chi. Monday's the Tai Chi in the afternoon. Wednesday, there's something else. Thursday, there's something else. Don't ask me. Might be Tai Chi again. But we also have been opening up the hub for all the SIPS groups. And if people don't know what a SIPS group is, it's an acronym, SSIP, Settled and Serving in Place. It's an informal group of seniors in an area who join together for mutual support to help everyone stay at home. So you have somebody in the group or a few people who can still drive. So the people who can't drive will be helped by the people who can. You have a couple people in the group who don't cook anymore or can't. A couple people can help with that. Maybe somebody does chores. Maybe somebody helps do light bulb. It's a great idea.
And that's self-organizing?
Yep,
or?
self-organized.
Really?
They're all over the place. There's several in this county, and we've opened up the hub for them to have their meetings in the hub. And also for all of the SIPs groups, I think it might be this month, all of the SIP groups, like the head of them, will meet together because they do try to band together and kind of have a group website to attract folks in their area. It's a really wonderful idea.
That's really cool.
Yeah, nobody wants to end up in a nursing home. Nobody wants to go into assisted living.
Only it's expensive, it's dangerous.
Exactly. I mean, not that
Not dangerous, but yeah.
most of these folks don't need to be in a home at all, but still to stay in their own home. And I will say in general that people have not been preparing very well for their aging. And they need to look at how they live. They need to look at where they live. They need to look at their house, the way that their house is constructed. What happens if I have a stroke and I can't walk anymore? What happens if I cannot go up the stairs anymore? Is my house suitable? No. The answer to that pretty much is no.
I couldn't get into my house.
Right.
Yeah.
Really, you have steps to get into your
6
house.
in the front and 12 in the back,
Yep.
or vice versa. Yeah,
Yep.
my whole house is in the air. That's wild.
So you have to think about things like that. If you wish to stay in place or wish to stay in your home, if you own it, those are things to consider. How are you set for, long-term? They don't really sell long-term care insurance anymore. But, are you someone who worked all your life and can tap into Medicare when you're 65? That's really important because there are some people who were gig workers or artists who never were part of the income stream or whatever, what have you, who paid into Medicare or Social Security. They don't have it. So what are they going to do? They have no income. What are you going to do if you have no income when you're 75 years old and you can't do whatever it was you were doing the rest of your life? You will go on Medicaid and you will live like that, or you will be Section 8. I mean, it is what it is. So you need to think about
that's a hard
things
reality that needs to be thought of. I mean, it's not.
I know it's a hard thing to think about.
Yeah.
Think about it now. I mean, my generation, the baby boomers need to think about stuff like that. They're already, the beginning of the baby boomers. I don't know when that was.
I'm
40s,
probably,
late 40s, right? People were born in the 40s through the 50s, and the end of the beginning of the 60s is the baby boomers, I think.
Yeah.
So some of them are already aging out and calling our office saying, I can't get out of my apartment. I can't, I had this or that happen to me, and I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't make my meals, I can't drive anymore. What are you going to do? Yeah. You've got to think about that stuff.
Yeah, geez.
It's nice to rail against the government when you don't like it, but when the government's there to help you, you got to think about things a little bit.
Change your vote,
yeah. So, sorry, I got off my soapbox there. I did want to remind everyone.
That's why you get a half hour.
The winter.
Therapeutic. Give you a therapy bill later.
It is a psychiatric help plan.
Exactly.
Everything that we do in the senior hub is always canceled when Kingston City School District cancels because of weather. So if we have, let's say somebody gets home delivered meals that day, they'll make up for it the next day, right? That's why we have extra meals. That's why people sometimes have, you can't rely on one meal 5 days a week.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
that's another thing. Where's my food coming from? How do I, I'm not saying to stockpile food, but have something there that you can always fall back on. So, anyway, you know, morning activities are canceled if there's a 2-hour delay, and if there's a state of emergency and this, obviously if the county is closed, we don't do anything, right? I just wanted to remind everybody that. I also am pleased to say that in the hub, there's so many people coming on Wednesday. We asked if they wanted to also come on Monday, so we're going to start our Monday, Wednesday meals there in January. So that's
Cool.
great.
Back by popular demand, right?
By popular demand, people
wonderful.
are coming. They like the meals. They get to sit there
And
with
Gateway's still doing that.
Gateway's still doing it. We're still warming up frozen stuff, but I have tasted the meals that they have, and they're really good.
Yeah.
Even the fish, which I don't know if it survives well as frozen, but it's delicious.
frozen,
I
yeah,
like
yeah.
fish.
All
but
frozen
a lot
at sea. Unless you catch it yourself,
That's
it's
right.
been frozen.
That's true.
Yeah, yeah.
And we still have once a week in Rosendale on Fridays, once a week at Saugerties on Tuesdays, once a week, always been once a week in New Paltz on Thursdays. Told you about the hub. And then in Ellenville, it's Mondays and Wednesdays because it's such a big group. We already split them up. So that's what's going on congregate-wise. So people can call us or they can call Gateway and say, I want to go to Rosendale. And that's on Fridays. They would call Gateway, which is 331-2180 to make reservations for a meal. They fill out paperwork. They can become a regular congregate meal person. It used to be every week, but we're not doing that yet. So we're slowly moving back to normal things.
Plus, it's all over the county, which is nice. You've really spread out from
around,
Ellenville
yeah.
to Saugerties
Yep.
to New Paltz,
Yep.
Rosendale.
And I've been in conversation with Woodstock, and we want to think about a meal there once a week if I can, have some conversations with the town and the folks who want to do it. Woodstock Community Center has things going on, but they may also have an opportunity for us to give at least a meal a week to
Where
seniors.
is that exactly?
When you go into Woodstock and you turn left, off of 375, and then you turn right on Rock City Road, it's right down there.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
beautiful center.
On Rock City Road. Okay,
Yeah,
huh?
it's right down the road. It's
By the
right
Colony?
after, what's the Colony? The
Cafe?
Playhouse?
Yeah, the Colony Cafe, the big white place on the right.
I don't know where
Yeah, it
that
doesn't matter.
is. But you know where the center of town is? It's right at,
Yeah, Rock
like
City
a
Road,
quarter
yeah.
mile out of the center
A
of
quarter
town.
mile. Okay,
It's
yeah,
not
yeah.
far
all right.
from there at all.
So it's past the Colony.
Right
Okay.
past Family of Woodstock's building.
Oh, all right. Yep.
And
I
they're the
know.
one, we had this thing, we're involved in this thing, I'm on the advisory board with Family of Woodstock called Home Sharing. That's a whole different project
Oh,
that
yeah,
we're
how
involved
is that going?
in. So we had a public presentation last week on Thursday, I think it was. And I thought it went well. There were a lot of people who came and a lot of good questions. It's basically a program. It goes through, it's all over the country. It's in different places in the country where if you own a home, again, we're talking about staying at home, stay settled and serving in place. And you can't, you need maybe a little bit of income, or you're a widow, you're alone, or you're a widower and you're alone, you want to stay in your home, but you'd like somebody else there. It's a way to share your home. So if there's a room or a suite or maybe a cottage on your property, people can share their property. Either the people pay rent or they pay a combination of rent and chores. That can happen too. There's a lot of folks in their 20s and 30s can't afford to buy a house.
Right.
So, but they're just limiting this to Woodstock folks right now. There's people who can't afford to live in Woodstock, so they live outside, but they work in Woodstock, for instance, right? So this is a really great idea. We hope it catches on through the whole county. I think it's a great partial solution to housing issues. And I know that Pat Ryan is working hard to, trying to target different places for worker housing and low-income housing. I know, there's a couple going up, but whatever. Anyway, it's a really, really cool idea.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Absolutely.
So it's in the beginning stages, Sue?
Yeah, but we have a flyer now, and we have applications
Oh, good.
for both
Okay, great.
renters, or sharers and sharees. And Family of Woodstock got a relatively small grant, but enough to get it started to help establish a position there, part-time, I believe, to help coordinate this. So the whole idea is to take a person who needs a home and a person who has a home and make a good match.
Yeah.
So it's
That's
There's got to
successful.
be interviews and
Exactly.
vetting.
Yes,
Yes,
background
absolutely.
checks, all that stuff is
Yeah.
what family would do.
Yeah.
And I think it's a wonderful idea.
Yeah, it's a cool, potentially huge.
Yes. Let's see, what did I do? So it's the end of December. Our taxes are, blah, 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 done at December 31st, I guess, pretty much. AARP is once again doing their tax aid program, but they are again, like they did last year, just focusing on their previous clients. I believe there are other places who do that. I know United Way has done it in the past, helped people with their taxes, and also SUNY New Paltz had their School of Business helping, free. I'm talking about free, free tax. And our folks do it. It's a great program. It's a little challenging to not do it in person because AARP has pretty strict guidelines about not meeting in person, but they scan stuff back and forth. They do it through email, or our office is always happy to scan things for people who don't have email and send it off. So it's gearing up again. I wanted to make everybody aware of that. We have a number that they call, separate number from our office, but they can always call the office 340-3456 and get that tax aid number. Medicare just ended their open enrollment on the 7th, which was last week, I think. But Medicare happens all year round, right? So if you're going to turn 65 and let's say in 3 months, you need to do it before you turn 65. So we do have people in the office who are still doing that all year round. Medicare Savings Plan is all year round, and the lady can do a lot of stuff via email and phone. She prefers that right now, and she can help people apply to save a lot of money on your deductibles, like over $140 a month on a Medicare deductible. It's a
That
big
adds up
savings.
quick, boy.
We're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars of savings.
Yeah.
And between that and the AARP, we get a lot of money back for seniors. So all free. Talked about exercise classes, yoga, the chess. I talked about that. Congregate sites, I talked about that. I wanted everybody again to, know about the chess. Our leader of our chess club is like, I wish more people would come to this. And it's really a great thing for your head. It makes you focus, and it makes you quiet, and it makes you just look at that thing. I don't know if anybody saw the Queen's Gambit. It was a great, was it 8, 9 episodes? I saw it. I thought it was enthralling, even though it was all about chess,
It was
enthralling.
The whole
And
world.
it was I know she had issues with pills and everything, but it was really, really cool. And I hope it got people interested because it's a great game. It's an old game. And games in general are good for people. They get you going. It's socialization. It's brain waves. It's focus. It's fun, which gets your endorphins. I have a whole article about it next week's Buzz. Next month's Buzz.
Let's go.
And we want people to come to game day on Wednesdays, which is from 1 to 3 in the hub. And we have someone leading that. He's been really great to help folks get on the
That's
bandwagon.
growing.
Yeah.
Good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's a domino group now. People want to play.
A bunch of old Cuban men sitting in the corner, sipping little coffees, playing dominoes.
Yeah, there's like a big thing about dominoes. Who knew?
Yeah.
I'd never played it
huge,
before.
it's
I don't
huge.
know. Yeah. There's a group that wants to play backgammon. There's people who want to play mahjong. What?
I was thinking the ukulele group, but that's the library that has the ukulele group.
Oh, really? There's a ukulele.
Yeah, the ukulele
I
group.
think it's great what libraries have really transformed themselves, right, into places where
Hubs,
people can
community
go
hubs, kids.
with all of the activities. When my mother was alive, she'd go, 2 or 3 weeks. There's brain games on Tuesday. There's this on Wednesday.
They have garden tools for rent.
Get out.
Yeah, like if not rent, to borrow, free, like seed bank, garden. tools.
library?
At the Kingston area library, yes.
Do they have their own garden there?
They do, small plot, but it's for, at GW school, they have huge plot, and you can reserve
that.
garden plots. And I know a lot of Spanish families have garden plots
Yeah,
there.
they
And they're
grow-
like, some of them are like chock-a-block full.
Wow.
Yeah, and you can rent, you
not
can get
know
tools
that.
from the library. Walk
That's
over.
really cool.
Yeah.
The whole idea of community gardens can involve everybody of any age. You know, the kids, people who want to grow their own food, don't want pesticides on your food, don't want herbicides. I mean, I have my own tiny little garden in the back. But there's nothing better than going out in your backyard and snipping herbs and taking the rest of my tomatoes.
Last night. It's still left in my. Parsley's beautiful this time of year. Oh yeah, it grows until it freezes.
Oh yeah, parsley's very hardy.
Yeah,
I'll remember that next year.
Or a
Chives are
tomato.
hardy.
How glorious is it to pick a sun-warmed tomato and just slice it and eat it right
My
there?
tomatoes don't do well in my garden. I don't think I get enough sun, but the little ones do great. The little ones.
Either
right?
way, popping them in there as soon as
Yep,
they're ripe.
yep.
Whoop, they don't even make it inside.
They're like candy.
Yeah, they don't even make
I grew
it.
corn last summer.
Oh, you did?
I did. I had 15 very full stalks, corn
Wow,
corn
that's cool.
stalks. Yeah, I guess you call them stalks, right? I was so excited when the little things started coming out with
Tassel?
the.
Yeah.
It's like, when do I pick this? Some of them were too late, but I saved a couple so I can use them next
Dry
year.
them out for the season.
Yep.
That's
I just
cool.
saved a whole ear
yeah.
of corn. And I grew beans. They did great because the Three Sisters, I don't know if you've ever heard of that. Yeah, you have. You grow corn, you plant zucchini, and you plant beans underneath the corn because the corn gives nitrogen to the beans and it shades the zucchini plants. And it's like, or maybe it's the beans give
grow up the cornstalk.
Right, they have a support. It's really cool. That's a Native American way of growing crops. It's really
Very
cool.
interesting.
Yeah, I have a bunch of herbs, and it's not very big. It's really not. I have an
you need
asparagus thing.
Well, big enough.
I have an
that's quite a
asparagus
bit.
patch in the bed. I love
That
fresh
takes a year or
asparagus.
so.
Yeah. I get like 10, but I'm like,
Right
look, there's
out of the ground.
asparagus. And I eat it
tastes
right
so good.
away.
Right, yeah,
It's so
it doesn't even
good.
get it's
I wish
unbelievable.
more, communities would say, oh, here's an empty plot of land. It's full of broken glass. And a lot of people do that. Clear it out, put some, and dirt is very important.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
garden soil is very important. Put it in there, plant something, and I think, it's like that movie, what was that movie? If you build it, they will come.
Field of Dreams. Yeah, it's true. If you plant it and grow it,
It will come.
comes, yeah,
Yeah.
it's wonderful. Absolutely.
Yeah, and even for seniors or people who can't bend over, you make raised
Right, we
beds.
have a raised bed because
Yep.
of the groundhogs and everything
Yeah,
else.
container,
that's true.
container gardening and everything. Yeah,
The groundhogs
Not
and
even need a
chipmunks
yard.
who
You can
had
do it on a patio.
eat one bite out of things and just
I
leave.
don't know the squirrels.
That's why I have a cat
Yeah,
outside.
exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
Uh,
So
but
we're,
we got a few minutes left, and any holidays? Not holiday. Spring, like things you have to register for coming up, or any.
we don't really plan that far ahead.
far ahead?
We will, start doing lunch and learns again when the weather although it doesn't look like we're getting any snow this winter. But hey,
Who knows?
who knows? And we'll start that again in March, trying to put it all over the county, right? We do that all summer and all through December. It's only a couple months that we don't do it. We will hope to expand our congregate sites. For instance, I don't know how many people come, but in Rosendale, there's like a big senior complex right up the hill from the rec center. Right, so I'd love to bring, go there and knock on
Movies,
people's
movies
doors.
coming up?
Oh yeah, so we had a movie last week. It was
Oh.
called "It Happened on Fifth Avenue."
How was that? We talked about that. We weren't
I
familiar with
didn't
it.
go. I couldn't even go. I was so busy that day. But they had about 40 people sign up.
That's cool.
I guess Rosendale redid their theater, but I'm curious to see it. And there's one coming in the spring. I don't know what it is. Probably in March. We kind of avoid January and February because a lot of folks, it's
yeah.
dark, like 4:30, and people don't want to walk in the
Cold,
gross snow,
lots going on
salt
usually.
and stuff. So I will say that this generous gift will be added to the generous gift we got from a bank last week. Mid-Hudson Valley Federal Credit Union also gave us an so now we have a nice pot of money
chest.
That's fantastic.
to be able to do food programs and, like I said, socialization programs, specific programs around the county. So it's going to be great. And that's really helpful. Oh, and I will say that this last month in November, we actually got our van together. Nina and I were talking about that, and we went to Aloha Acres. And we sat there all day, and the lawyer was in the van, and the high cap counselor was in the building, and we met people. You got a call?
You got 1 minute.
Oh, okay. And it was great. We saw a lot of people, and we hope to do that in the spring and through the summer and the fall.
That's cool.
That
Good.
is
Glad
great.
it
All
worked
back
out.
together.
Yes.
I would love someone with mechanical abilities to be able to clear out the inside because there's stuff in there we don't need. And give us more room to meet people. I wish it was handicapped accessible. I don't know how to do that. Is yours?
Yes.
How do you do
We
that?
have a ramp that actually comes
Oh,
down.
wow.
A
Okay.
lift, I should say. We
A
have
lift?
that
Oh,
comes
okay, we
down
don't have
and-
that.
yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
so we'll have to.
What do you need? Like seats taken out or something like that?
No, there's an audio testing booth in there. I
Oh,
don't
we can
need
give her
that.
that thing.
Yeah,
Move
and
to the outside.
there's a huge
Take it
like
apart.
counter with a sink. I don't need that either. It used to be a van where they did like medical stuff. So you had to
Oh,
wash your hands. I just want
Talk
to
to me about
counsel.
that. I can
Really?
help you with that. Yeah.
Hey, Cameron! Yay!
Problem.
go.
Up to you.
I
Yeah, yeah,
have
serious, for real.
I have a
Cameron's
guy,
on
I
it.
have a guy. Yeah, that booth needs. to
Yeah,
go.
yeah. A couple screw guns and a sawzall. I'll get
all
that
we
baby
need.
right out
Yeah.
of there. Exactly. Make it look nice
Thank you.
too. Yeah. So we'll talk.
All right.
So Sue, thank you so much. We have to
Thank you,
go.
Sue. Have a wonderful
Thank
holiday.
you, everybody.
Yes,
It's
and
a,
Merry
Everyone.
it's a sunny, terrific Tuesday. Get out there and enjoy.
Happy
and,
New Year.
We'll see you next week.
Yes.
Yeah.
All righty, Dan.
Thank you, Nina Postapak, Cameron Rylance, and Sue Copenhagen for this last half hour from the Ulster County Office for the Aging. And it's now 8:59 a.m., and this last portion of Kingston Community Radio was brought to you by Rondout Savings Bank, always working for you in the community with branches in Kingston, West Hurley, and Hyde Park, also online at rondoutbank.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. And thank you for sharing the morning with us and participating in Kingston Community Radio, KCR, AM 920, 92.5 FM, and our live streaming on mykcr.org. And every weekday from 7 to 9 a.m., and we thank Pamel Broadcasting for giving us this time. Inspired discussions of, by, and for the community, and we thank Nina Postapak and Cameron Rylance for bringing us a terrific Tuesday, and we invite you to be with us tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Until tomorrow, we wish you every success in growing and developing Kingston and all our neighboring communities. We now return you to Magic 92.5.